Today I am going to show you how to install one of these cords and handles on this chainsaw right here. But before we do that, I am going to prove to you right now how ridiculously strong this starter cord is. My buddy Dave Friesen owns our local hardware and rental shop. It's called Friesen's Hardware and Rental. He has an 800-pound compactor and an engine hoist. And we are going to try 2 ropes here today, and we're going to try to lift that compactor up and see which one works and which one doesn't. So this is the number 6 Stens rope. This is the same diameter cord that you would use on a pressure washer, a big pressure washer, 11 horsepower to 13 horsepower, something like that. I just put this little blue ribbon on there, on the cord itself, so you could see it better. And that safety chain right there, it just stays loose all the time. It's just a safety chain in case the rope breaks and keeps everything from exploding. And boom! That thing broke. It didn't even try to pick that compactor up. It broke that right, snapped it right in half. That's crazy. Now we're going to try this thin little number 3 Diamondcord out. This is the same diameter cord that you would put on a little weed eater or a tiny little chainsaw. Half the size, half of the diameter of that number 6 Stens rope. Watch this. Wow. Now you have to admit that was pretty impressive. 800 pounds on a weed eater cord, that's pretty cool. As promised, I am going to show you how I install a Diamondcord on this old chainsaw right here. I've got the starter off already. I got it a little cleaned up for you in the ultrasonic cleaner so you can see a little bit better in there. And now you're like, oh, but Steve, there's nothing wrong with that starter cord in there. Why are you changing it? It's not broken. It is now. Get that piece of starter rope out, the spool, and throw it away. Let's install a brand new Diamondcord on this starter right now. Rip her out of there. It comes as a little kit kind of thing. It's got an unbreakable starter handle that comes with it, and your cord right there. Now, the starter handle, wow, it's rubbery on the finger side. It feels really good. I'll show you how to put that on in a second too, because there's a little cap and stuff there. All right, get this starter rope cord out, and we're going to put that on there. This is actually super easy to do this. You take one end of that starter rope, that cord right there, put it through the eyelet in the housing itself, right where it comes out. And then on the inside there's a hole in the spool itself. And you just line that up and push that starter cord through there. And now on that end, you have to tie a knot. And on this end, you tie a knot also when it goes through the starter handle. Now these starter handles are pretty cool because they come with this little cap. And to get that cap out of there, you just take a little carb screwdriver or a chainsaw file or something like that, and just right in there like that, and you just push that little cap out. The other end of the rope, you just push that right through the handle like that. Now you got to tie a knot on this end and a knot on that end. I'm going to show you a really cool trick here that a mechanic buddy of mine showed me how to get the tightest knot on a starter rope that you've ever seen. All you do is you tie that knot in the end, and then if you have a bench vise, you take your bench vise and close those jaws together so they're just tight enough together where the rope itself will slide through, but the knot will not slide through. And then right on the top like that, you just grab it on the bottom and you pull down as hard as you can on that cord. Did you see how that knot just scrunched right up tight? You won't get a tighter knot than that. Now, Diamond Performance, the manufacturer who makes this, I believe they do recommend putting a little drop of super glue or crazy glue or something like that on that knot. And I think that's actually a really good idea. I've used a lot of this Diamondcord, and I've never used the super glue before because I tighten it up like I just showed you. I've never had one come loose on me. But yeah, if you got some crazy glue or super glue around, why not? I think that's cool. Now you've got your 2 knots tied in the end like that. And put that back in like that. And that little cap that you pushed off, you can pop that right back in there. You don't need that little cap there. It's just kind of a nice little cosmetic thing on there. Other side like that, pull it right down into that spool where it should be. And now, there you go. This isn't doing anything. You have to wind the spring up now. On this particular model right here, you can actually wind it around first before you actually even start tightening the spring. Just wind it around. And this goes clockwise when you're doing this, by the way. Get all of that rope in there that you can, and then you're going to see that there's a little bit left over here. It's kind of getting hard to put in there. So now, see, it's working, but there's a loose rope there. So here's what you do to tighten that loose rope up now. You just take a little bit of that starter rope out like that, and then you spin the spool around like this without letting go of the rope. And now what that did is it put one wind on the spring, but it's not taking up any more rope. And then you go like this and see, oh, now it came in a little bit more, right? And let's do one more wrap on there. One more tensioning of the spring. Like that, and boom, look at that. That's a beautiful thing. Check that out. Look at that. Now here is something very important. If you don't check this when you put a new rope in, you are going to break the spring in here possibly. Here's what I'm showing you. When you pull that starter rope out all the way, it is, see right now it comes to the end, all the rope is gone. There's no more rope left on that spool right there, and the spring is still not quite tight. So that's good. I'm going to show you something though. I'm going to put one more wrap on that spring, and now watch what happens here. I'm going to pull this rope out, and look at this. That spring is tight, and there's still a full wrap of rope left on there. Now, if you're jerking on your chainsaw and you pull that too hard because there's still rope left in there, it is going to blow the spring right out of there. It's going to rip the ends off. It's going to break it. It's going to damage something. That is too tight. So if you see that, take a wrap off of it. You just do the whole thing backwards and take one wrap off. And then it's like I just showed you before. Now you pull that out all the way. The rope is all gone off there, and you're not going to break that spring. That is super important. So I know I use this as a demonstration on a chainsaw, but the same concept applies to whatever you're doing, your small engines, your pressure washers, lawnmowers, all that stuff. Same concept. Do that and you will not have a problem. And I am super excited about this. That starter rope's never going to break again on me, ever again. Well, unless I take a knife and cut it like I did. So I think that's it for me. I hope you think that video was pretty cool. I certainly thought that was cool, lifting that up with an 800-pound compactor. That's ridiculous. What else do I got to say? Don't forget to check the links out underneath this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And buy some of this starter cord, Diamondcord, manufactured by Diamond Performance. You will not be disappointed. And I think that's it. That's all I got to say. And cheers, and Steve out.